Hello and welcome to Simon Says Artwork. This is the 16th installment of my Inktober challenge that I'm doing with my left hand. For anyone who hasn't been watching so far, I think it was the third installment where I did a page of faces from imagination. And learning to draw with my left hand has been kind of tricky because it's very shaky, and trying to build up those skills. I've been doing things like specific pages full of hatching. And then I've done, one where it was just a page full of houses in perspective, things like that, basically trying to figure out how to actually get over this initial stage of partial nervousness and partial lack of muscle memory in my left hand. So trying to loosen up a little bit. And for the third installment where I did a page of faces, I wished I'd done the page opposite. So this time what I'm going to do is make sure that I do faces from imagination on both sides of the page. I'm still going to be drawing in this little black sketchbook, and for this I'm going to be using a 0.1 Pigma Micron fine liner. I really like these pens. If you haven't tried them, I recommend trying them out. But okay, let's get started. Okay, here we are. So I thought I would try to start this one off with a bit of a shadow based face. So instead of doing too much hatching, I just tried to do little shadow areas and really keep it minimal. Then I did a little bit of hatching underneath the chin. It doesn't really hurt. And then for this next character, I thought if I'm looking from above down on this character, then maybe if I do shadow on one side of their face, that'll be quite nice, impactful characterization of a person. And it was just basically trying to come up with different angles to look at a human head. All of these are from imagination. There's never any photo reference. Every Inktober I've done so far has been drawing from imagination. And I'm just trying to improve upon my drawing without reference and obviously drawing with my left hand. So for this, I thought, try to do a bit of wrinkles, a bit of detail in the hair, and trying to not go too far but find right where the line is. I quite like this guy here. Now, I wasn't going to give him a beard at first, and then it turns out he was quite a good character. Now, there's parts of this which I think I could have done better, but for a left-handed drawing, I'm quite forgiving for myself for these. I'm looking forward to doing more face pages where I just go through and create characters, because some of them went wrong. This character turned out a little bit strange, and I could have done better, but it's still nice to look at a load of faces that you've just plucked out of nowhere, and you know that there's someone on the planet who looks somewhat like some of these characters, which is always quite nice and interesting, thinking I've probably got some idea from someone who I've seen in real life, or they'll just happen to be someone out there who just looks similar to this. And for some of them I thought if I do more hatching it might be quite nice to create some detail and some tone, and then for others they were nicer, a bit more minimal. And I really need to try and figure out a good balance for that. I think I like the hatching, but I don't think the way that I'm doing it is as effective as I need to. And I'll try and figure that out later on. I've actually got a guest that I'm looking forward to having on the podcast who's very good at this type of drawing. And I'll announce that more towards the time when I've confirmed that they're going to be on. This being the last face that I drew, I thought if I draw the top of the head first and then build the rest of it afterwards. So I started to build the hair after the fact. It doesn't really hurt, but it turned out a little bit strange again, but I quite like it. All in all, I think it was quite a good, successful double page. So that's where I got up to. Okay, so that is the sketch done. Now, I think the way it's worked out is quite interesting. I like some of the faces here. I think they're quite good. I wish I would have done something at the bottom, maybe something on this guy's shirt. I'm not too sure, but either way, some of them are stronger than others, but it's a good exercise to do to get back into the swing of drawing from imagination. And I need to start getting more diverse hairstyles and more feminine features on some of the characters, because what I tend to do is more masculine features, and it's just easier for me to do guys who look a bit like bruisers or I don't know, just kind of, I mean, not all of them do, but some of them look a little bit like they could be henchmen for a bad guy. And I need to start doing more female characters or non-binary characters, regardless, just something where it's not quite such a type sometimes I've got a bit of a type going on. Now, I did do an elderly face, which is rare that I do more elderly looking features, which is quite good to include as well. I think it worked out okay. I quite like some of those faces. It's something to build upon. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, share this with any friends or family, anyone who likes art at all, who you think might enjoy the channel. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.